You are not alone because they are all suffering. Every trucking company out there is currently suffering. The publicly traded ones and the smaller trucking companies. Let's have a look. As the quarterly results are in for January, February, and March, Universal Logistics down 12.6% in earnings for Q1. Number 2, Hub Group down 13% in gross sales. Number 3, Heartland Express, $15.1 million net loss, and their revenue is down 18%. Number 4, EXO closes their Chattanooga office. All right, so that's just a sample of some of the publicly traded companies. Now, again, this is just what's on the news. There are a lot of stuff going on that is not on the news. All right, so what are these trucking companies going to be doing moving forward? Well, I could tell you one thing, that the investors are not too happy with the Q1 results. So I read a nice article with Knight Swift Transportation on what they're going to be doing moving forward. This is actually my forte. This is what I love doing, and a lot of my consultations are about this, is about how to utilize equipment and reduce costs. Okay, how do you utilize equipment? How do you utilize it better? Well, a lot of trucking companies, they have 1,000 trucks, they have 500 trucks, they might have 30, 40, 50 power units standing without drivers. So they're gonna try to utilize equipment at more of 100%. Other trucking companies, they have, a 2-to-1 ratio, just like we do here at ET Transport. We have 2 trailers for every 1 truck. Well, some trucking companies are gonna start bringing that down to go to 1.75 or 1.6 in order to utilize the equipment a little bit better, just because the cost of everything is through the roof. So we have to somehow come over this hump because these numbers are not looking good. Now, if you think that Q1 is bad, I want you to know what Q2 has in store for us, okay? So let's look at the national freight rates for Q1, where we had January, February, and March, and the stats for the national average for January was $2.15. For February, the national average was $2.06, and for March, it was $2.01 per mile was the national average. So how is April starting out? April is starting out even worse. Okay, the national average right now is currently sitting at 2.0, so worse than January, February, and a little bit worse than March, April. Now, we all thought that March was gonna come and April was gonna come. The produce season is gonna kind of lift things up a little bit, take away the excess capacity from the vans. The reefers are gonna start doing a lot of reefer work. There's gonna be a lot more van work, but that didn't happen, and actually getting worse and worse. All right, so the million-dollar question is, when are things going to get better? Well, unfortunately, I don't have good news right now, because as these trucking companies are closing down, just like Heartland Express, just like Pride, 2,000 trucks, you have to understand the magnitude of the amount of trucks that are hitting the market right now, of companies that are going under, okay? And all of these bankruptcies and companies shutting down, it's a process. I know of 2 companies here in Concord, Ontario that shut down. Pride, 2,000 trucks. In the US, Tony's Express out of California, Nationwide Cargo out of Illinois. These are hundreds and hundreds of power units that are taken off the market. The finance companies are gonna try to recoup their money, but there's hundreds and hundreds of trucks right now that are being offered to trucking companies at wholesale prices, and we are all holding back from purchases because we don't know what's in store for us. How much longer is this going to take? Well, I can assure you that when a trucking company goes bankrupt, until their equipment starts hitting the market, things don't move as fast as we would like them to. So right now we're starting to see things like from Yellow Freight from 6 months ago. Okay, that's a separate case, but usually it'll take 2-3 months until those trucks go through the bankruptcy system. It'll take time until they start hitting the markets. We're only seeing right now in the market things that have happened 2 months ago, but there's a lot happening right now that is currently not even disclosed and the public doesn't even know of yet. We'll only hear about it next month. So unfortunately, guys, we need to hold on together. We need to survive this together, and hopefully I'll have better news to report to you guys in the near future. Follow along with the channel to make sure you are up to date with the latest news in trucking. My name is Ronen, R-O-N-E-N, and I'll catch you in my next video.